Welcome to Star Maker. Today, I'll be making a miniature drink pack. Before we get to the build, I would like to show you how these drink packets are constructed. Let us first empty the contents. Now that it is empty, we need to unfold the flaps on the sides and bottom to flatten the drink pack. To better show how the drink packet is constructed, I will cut it open with a pair of scissors starting from the top. Down the middle where it joins, and the bottom tab. And this is how it looks like when opened up. To better show how it folds, I'm going to mark out the folded lines with a red marker. Now it's much easier to see how everything folds to become a drink packet. You can see how each part is sized. You can see here that these triangular parts makes up the flaps that folds in. The sides here folds to join in the middle, meaning they are the same measurements as the center rectangle. Here is an example of a template created from the markings I made earlier. As mentioned earlier as well, the parts that joins in the middle are of the same measurements as the part in the center, but cut in halves. You will also see that there are additional tabs on the top, bottom, and right to be used as gluing points later on. We will need to scale down the template for miniature sizes. For models and figures of the 1:12 scale, you should scale to 10% of its original dimensions. You do not have to follow the scaling percentage strictly, but I found this to be a balanced size to scale to 1:12 figures and to be made into accessories. Once it's scaled down, you can use it to create the graphic you want for your dream packet. Once you're done, print out the finished drink packet graphics with either an inkjet or laser printer. To ensure that it will be durable, you should print it with 120 GSM thickness paper. Using an art knife and a ruler, carefully cut out the graphics piece by piece. It should look like this if you cut them correctly. Here I have a bunch of them ready to be folded. To help with the folding, I'll be using a bulldog tip. Starting with the vertical fold, follow the markings of the templates on the bottom tab and align it with the graphic. Take your time to align the clip before making the fold. Next, we will fold the horizontal parts on the top and bottom. It's a bit harder to align the clip here, but the tab on the right should help. To glue the ends together, we will be using PVA glue. We will need a toothpick to apply the glue, and an ice cream stick so we can put the glue on it, letting us grab as much glue as we need. We will also use a tweezer to help with clamping the parts to help the glue set in. Place some glue on the ice cream stick and use the toothpick to grab some from it. Apply on the vertical tab first. Make sure to cover the entire tab with ample amounts of glue. Using the tweezer, join the other end to the tab and use it to help clamp it down. To better help with the clamping, let's use a reverse tweezer. Both the regular and reverse tweezers can be used to hold objects, but the reverse ones opens up when pressed. When held normally, reverse tweezers remain closed. This is great for clamping down the tab. With the regular tweezer still holding the piece, transfer it over to the reverse tweezers. Adjust the clamping as needed to get a firm joint. Before we glue the bottom tab, we need to fold it flat first. Use the reverse tweezer or the bulldog clip to get a clean fold. Hold the bottom tab in place and push down. This will help shape the triangular flaps. Apply glue on the inner part of the two bottom tabs. Then apply glue on this side of the tab and fold it down. Fold the triangular flaps into the bottom and apply glue to fix them in. With the bottom sealed up, we need to add some filler material inside before we complete the packet. For this, we can use paper napkins or tissue as the filler. Tear up small pieces and fill up the packet. Use the tweezers to push down the pieces tightly so it will keep its shape when sealed. Fill it up till it is close to the brim of where we sealed it up at the top. Gluing the top part is similar to the bottom. Fold the tab flat and glue accordingly. Fold down the tab and glue it up. The difference here is that the triangular flaps fold to the side instead. You can use the tweezers to help clamp them down like this. And the main part of the drink pack is done. You could stop here, but let's add more details to it to really look the part. Before adding more details, you can apply a top coat to give it a gloss finish. This also acts as a protective coating to the drink packet. I recommend to air spray the top coat. But if you cannot find any spray cans or do not own an airbrush, you can brush on the coat instead. You will need to apply multiple coats as the paper will soak up the first few coats. I'll be using a piece of styrene rod to make the straw. I will also be using a tea candle to slightly heat up the styrene. Applying heat will allow us to bend the styling rod without breaking it. Maintain a distance to ensure not too much heat is applied to prevent deforming the styling. Use a tweezer to slowly bend the rod to an angle. I'm using a toilet roll to help direct the heat better, but be careful whenever you have to use an open flame. Turn off any source of wind to reduce the heat dissipating and flammable objects flying into the flame. Check if the length will fit the drink packet. Use a hobby nipper or an art knife to trim down the excess as needed. And here we have a tiny straw. Here is a bunch of them I made. Let's paint them into red straws. I'll be using red enamel paint to color the straws. I'll be tinning the paint slightly using enamel thinner as well. Using a reverse tweezer helps for orientating the straw when painting. And here is a bunch all painted. To create the plastic packing for the straw, I'll be using clear tape. Place the straw into the tape and cut it out. Fold the tape to cover the straw completely. Make sure to leave enough space for trimming. Once folded, use a pair of scissors to trim down the excess tape. It should turn out like this once trimmed down. To glue the finished straws to the drink pack, we will use contact cement. Use a toothpick to apply a small amount of contact cement on the straw. Then place the straw onto the drink packet to complete it. This is how the completed miniature drink packet looks like. You can use them as accessories for your figures, dolls, and even turn them into jewelry. I plan to make more miniature videos like this, as well as videos on plastic models and figures. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next build!